Shanahan was asked about starting Trey Lance. Coach Shanahan seemed to scoff at the idea that he might play Trey this week. Is that an unreasonable stance for him to take at this point?
Absolutely. The direction of this season quickly is becoming a direction of a season that could be lost. And anything should be on the table at this, like I said, at this point. Now, Jimmy has played well the last couple games. I will give him that. But at this point, I feel like if this season ends up being a lost season, you really have to consider starting to play some of these young players. And number one has to be the quarterback. You have to see what you have. You want to go into next season with at least having a little bit of hope and a little bit of excitement that, man, we got something here with this kid, instead of going into the offseason with absolutely zero idea what you have and hoping and praying that he's going to be a good quarterback. At this point, I think it's why not put the kid in there? I mean, he adds an element of the offense that we don't have at the quarterback position, a guy who can get out, make plays with his legs. Like I said, he's got an elite arm. He's super athletic. Yeah, he's raw and whatever, but
right.
I mean, the best of Jimmy is not good enough for this team to win at a consistent level. So why not give the kid a chance and see what you have for the future? But, you know, Kyle doesn't believe in that way. He's going to wait till the Niners are mathematically eliminated, which I think is just crap.
Crazy, because it's going to take a really long time this year.
Yeah, and you should, if it's all about winning, why not do what it takes? And if that means shaking things up at quarterback, then do it. Bring in Aaron Banks in to play guard. Moving over, where's Trey Sermon? Like what? There's just everything should be on the table, including the rookie.
Yeah. For me, I suppose I still do understand the logic that's being used in needing to play Jimmy against LA on Sunday. You know, it's one last glimmer of hope to save the season type of thing. And there are people's jobs and livelihoods on the line. And clearly Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have to view that. These are their friends. You know, that's jobs are on the line that could lose their careers at the end of this season. And Coach has been consistent in his belief that Lance isn't ready. He could be wrong about that, but we can't say for certain yet because we haven't seen enough of him on the field. So I give him the benefit of the doubt there a little bit. But I also get that if the season is lost, that, you know, I don't need Trey to come in against the Rams defense. I would rather have him wait for a slightly easier matchup the following week. So there's the inner fan in me that's like, no, Kyle, first of all, you shouldn't be laughing at this. This is no laughing matter. Like, we are in dire straits. You shouldn't be scoffing at any questions at this point. I'd rather you be serious and take this at the level that I'm feeling, which is, you know, mad, infuriated, embarrassed. But, you know, I want to set up Trey for as much success as possible. So I try to remove that inner fan that says, no, put him in, get to the young guy, give me some hope. But I also just understand that side of it for fans calling for Trey. I do wish that Coach Shanahan would stifle that snark on some level, because I think that is a part of the issue I have with him as a leader.
Yeah, like he has way too much equity with Jed York that he will even scoff at a question like that. Like, you've had one winning season. How do you have this much leeway to even laugh at a question like that when this season is teetering again for the fourth out of fifth time, and you laugh at a question about Trey Lance possibly starting when what you've been doing so far ain't working? And, you know, I question Kyle as a talent evaluator, to be honest with you. He's had some huge misses in the draft. So, you know, he's championed for players that didn't even make this team, like Joe Williams, or I don't know if I would assume he was behind the Trey Sermon pick, the move up. So can you really trust him as a talent evaluator, especially with a kid like Trey Lance, when there's even reports out there that he didn't want him to begin with? So, I mean, at this point, he shouldn't have that much he shouldn't be that cocky. He shouldn't be that arrogant when asked that question, but that's his personality. And the media, to some extent, lets him get away with it and doesn't really push back on him. So that's another whole problem. That's what I love about Grant.
Yes.
I wish there was more guys like that, like his father.
The East Coast reporters don't allow coaches to get off as easily as West Coast do. There's a different communication style for people that grew up on the East Coast. I, having been born there and then raised in the Bay Area, understand the differences between the two because I've seen them both firsthand. And in this circumstance, better to address it directly and really get into it because we deserve answers at this point. I just have to bring it in because you know me, I love positivity, but Harold coming in on a hopeful wish. It's better for Trey to start after the Rams game and he can hopefully run the tables. So you're telling me there's a chance. I mean, so let me set the record straight for that snarky comment of my own that I don't believe the 49ers will run the table, but there is a possibility of it. And I want the hope. I want the idea that Trey can come in and be successful right away and not have to face a really elite defense and try to save this season. It would seem unfair to me to put the weight of everything that's happened so far on the shoulders of the young rookie and be like, okay, Trey, now you go and fix this.
Yeah, I agree. They kind of did that with the Arizona game, to be honest with you. They put all their hopes and dreams on him in that game, and they got him hurt. Running quarterback power with your quarterback instead of your running back. When your running back, I was Elijah Mitchell playing in that game, or was it? I forget who was playing in that Cardinals game, the first one.
I believe that was Trey Sermon playing that game. I think that was the game that Elijah Mitchell. No, he had 9 carries. He was just coming back from the injury.
Yeah. So I don't want them to completely crush his confidence because that can happen with young quarterbacks. But at the same, if it means playing after the Rams game and give them a shot, yeah, that would probably be the best course of action. But I don't really have a huge belief that the Niners are going to run the table. I think the Niners are going to they are what they are. They are what their record is. And I would like to, like I said, I would like to see Trey so that I have some hope going into the next season that we have something at quarterback instead of not knowing and having a horrible season on top of it. It would just be a really uncomfortable feeling because then all the pressure would be on him next year to come out and be, the second coming of, Russell Wilson or Patrick Mahomes. And that's just, like I said, it's not fair. So yeah, I would like to see him at some point. If it's going to be after the Rams game, then I would be okay with that too.
Yep.